There. I was asked to do a Wario balloon after I had done a Mario. I went to a balloon jam, and it was a Seahawks balloon jam, and I ended up making this guy, which is just goofing around. A whole bunch of people came up with a lot of cool stuff, and I posted this Mario, and somebody commented, you should make a Wario and a Luigi. So I posted a Luigi, but I'd never made a Wario. And so I looked up a design, and I just looked at some pictures and studied out. And so this credit goes to Chantel Jacquinette, and she posted this little guy. And so I started goofing around. I made it so I could show that guy, here's your Wario, and let's just teach it, right? So the credit goes to her, and let's just get started. I want to get that out of the way. So I started with a good sized ear, and you don't want it too pinch twisted, you still want it bubbled out. Come over here about 6 fingers of a bubble, another healthy pinch twist, and then come on back to the other side. Basic face, but we're not going to create 4 bubbles. So what I did was I created 3 6-finger bubbles, and then come on down. This is where we add the yellow for the hat. So I put this, twist that in, and then go around the top side of the hat, and it's worthy to add this too. So as you can see, he's got like the white mouth. I believe that these are going to be, this is the mouth and this is his double chin. So we add the white in there. We'll just add it right along this cluster of balloons here, and then we'll add this balloon right along the bottom, okay? And we'll get that out of the way. Okay, so we've got that, and then so the hat will go up and over this. I'm going to be looking down there for reference because I've only made one of them, and I just decided I'm going to teach this bad boy. Okay? And in order to create the top of the hat, we're going to use this guy, and we're going to come in right in the front, come right in through here, pull it through, and then wrap it in this ear, the ear on the left-hand side, and then create a spacer bubble right there. We're going to create a spacer bubble in the back, and then that will give us a good, nice round front. Push it a little bit towards the side, towards the ear, and then figure out how much you want in the front sticking out, and then push that back underneath so we can wrap that into the ear again, but not, see, then we're going to straighten that out so it's kind of the front, the bill of his hat. In the back here, we're going to make another little spacer bubble and wrap that directly into the ear. We're going to be wrapping a lot of stuff into this ear on this one. Okay, break that off. We don't need that anymore. And tuck it in. So this is the front of our Wario. Now we're going to take the yellow one. We're going to tuck it in, kind of wedge it in between the mouth and the bottom, and just create a small bubble, like a 3-finger bubble and a tiny pinch twist. You don't want this thing real visible. It's only serves the purpose so that this 3-finger flower petal doesn't come untwisted. We have something to wrap it into. So create a 3-finger flower petal, which will be the arm later, and then come on back across. Another small pinch twist, and another small 3-finger flower petal. Then we take that, and so we have those flower petals and the pinch twist, and we create another small, make sure that thing's soft because it's not a whole part of the design, it just holds it together. That 3-finger bubble, put it back up into the ear. Pop that off, we're done with that. And now wedge that as well in between the mouth and the back of the head. And I think that was a little bit too big. So good thing I wrapped it in, because I can let some air out. Okay? Just want a small one. Small little bubble. Okay, fix my mistake. Wedge that in there, just like that. Okay, next up we'll just go ahead and make the feet. So I have a 360, and we just need that much. That's gonna be the bottom of his body. And we're gonna take and attach that to his feet. So a 3-finger flower petal with a pinch twist, and that's all we need out of this balloon. We wrap that directly into it. It's gonna be the bottom. Snap that off, retie it, and then do the same thing. We're gonna make another foot. Squeeze it, make it soft. 3-finger. And then we take and we pull this right through here. Okay, now we're done with the green all together. Drop it. Wrap your ends in so they don't come undone. This is where we can grab our Spring Lilac 160 for his overalls. Wrap that in either side. I don't think we're ready for that yet, because I want to create this white. Now we're going to take this white and we're going to make really generous, so twist off like a tiny bubble, just so that you can have enough to make this real big bubbly pinch twist. You don't want it looking like a pinch twist, you just want it real bubbly. Take that pinch twist, squeeze the air out more, and then wrap it into his arm, that three petal, into that pinch twist, and that's gonna sit, it's kinda gonna friction sit right there. Pop that off, and then we're gonna do the same thing on the other side. Okay, I'm gonna wrap it into the ear again. And then I'm gonna make sure it's gonna stay. And then another small bubble. You can see out there. And then a 3-finger bubble, maybe 2.5. And then pinch twist that so it's bubbly. And then squeeze some air out, not all the way, whatever. And then wrap it back into that 3-petal flower pinch twist. And then we should be done with that too. Okay, wrap that in, hide that nozzle. So we have, as we're looking to the front, it's like his arms are kind of up and he's going, yay, or something like that. I think that's the effect we're going for. And once we wrap the overalls around it, it'll come together. But we're just going to keep focusing on the face. I got a black 160, a scrap. I just made that one, so I have this left over. Wrap that into the ear here. Like I said, a lot of things are going into this ear. And then we're going across the front of the face, okay? But we're gonna split that bubble about halfway, and then come back to the other side, and then we're gonna wrap it into that ear again. Okay. And then we can do the nose after this too. Pop that off. We're done with that. Wrap it in good. And then I've got this nose out of a rose. I've got 2 ends so that I can tie it. And so I've been tying it around here. You could probably find an anchor point to put this thing differently, but I'm just tying it to the center of the mustache. Go like this. Got my fancy Corwin cutter on my hip here, so I get to cut those scraps off. And then we got this. But now wedge that, split that mouth, and wedge that. And now this is where it helps if you don't put that mustache too big, because now it's sticking out on me like that. Now I gotta really cram all that in there. But that doesn't look bad, okay? So readjust, put those yellow bubbles, if they want to stick out, push those to the back. And that way his hands sit a little bit more forward. Position the pinch twist so that the arms stick out and it looks like his hands are right there. This is where we take this part and we create his overalls. Now we got his feet facing this way, so this is going to be the front. What I'm going to do, I hope you can see this, is I'm going to just position it right here so that we go up and over the ears, twist that bubble off, go behind the ear so it drops down below the ears, and I can come around to the back, twist off another bubble, and cinch that right into his feet. And so that's what attaches his bottom to his face. Pop that off, save it. We're going to use it on the other side. Try not to pop a hole in the whole thing. And take it to the other side. I'm going to wrap that into the other foot and pull it to the front. Like so. And that's going to be his chubby belly down there. So, again, we're going to pull it a little bit tight. Pinch off a bubble right about the bottom of his ear. Put that over. And so we've got a small bubble. Now we go around to the back. Do the same thing. Wrap it in tight so that it pulls upward on this Wario's body. Okay, make sure you wrap those in real good because otherwise it's starting to pull out on me. Wrap it in good. I can't fix that now. Oh, but I can hide it with his feet. When you position his feet and the bubbles, and it might help if you don't make this bottom piece so big. Okay, but I'm gonna try to position that to the front. Up, see, it came undone. That was a good thing, so I can wrap it in even tighter. And then it's gonna pop on me. Nope, it's not. Okay, and so hide that pinch twist with his overalls, and this is what we're left with. Okay, I think that's looking all right. Now it's time for our artwork. Okay, now we've got 4 bubbles to make. We're going to do one on the very top. We're going to do 2 for his eyes. And hopefully you have a paint marker. And 2 bubbles. What did I say? 4? I meant 5. That's 5. Okay, and then one right here. But why do we have this piece sticking out the back? That's so that we can pop that off and create 2 small bubbles. Because Wario has a double chin. Split this in half. And then when we tie this, we want to tie it so it's not pinch twisting it, but it's just kind of bubble. And you do that by creating a lot of slack in the line so that you don't have to, so that it doesn't create tension and create it, it doesn't look completely like an ear twist. Some call it a bean twist, I call it an ear twist. And as you can see, one is bigger than the other. I don't trip on stuff like that. So what I do now is I put these, I'm going to wrap this piece into the pinch twist of the arm, the yellow one, just to position that. I take the other one all the way to the other side with that other slack. Do the same thing. Oops, I'm doing it on the wrong side. Okay, push those to the front so I can get this thing going. And we're back. Okay, now I'm going to take this other piece of slack and go into that yellow one like I was talking about. And alright, and so we've got his double chin, and if it sticks out like that, we can rotate them, like almost pinch twist those, like that to create his double chin, and now we're into positioning. We hide those pinch twists, and all that work that we did in there, trying to tuck it behind that spring lilac 160. Like this, position his head so that it's a little more forward. There. And so we're not doing bad. Last part of the art, we're making a W. There. And for this part, I like to go down, create like a scowl, sort of. You can see that right there. I don't know if the camera's focusing. And then draw a little circle for the pupils like that. But I tend to think it looks better if you broaden that pupil out towards the middle. And so I'm going to do it on this side. Just like that. And then I go underneath the eye too. Kind of coming out like this. Yeah, I think that's it. Let me look at the other one for a second. That's my guide. And yeah, so you've got your Wario. Next time, try to make those a little bit smaller so they fit in there better. Other than that, there you have it. Thanks for watching.